It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They run the counter. Bradford. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. The Falcons are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On first down, Bradford. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Kidd. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. And that looked almost to be a case of, And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run on first down. Bradford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, Bradford. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Ready? They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On second down, Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kidd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Reagor, 31 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, Bradford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Right back to him on first down. And some room to roam now. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Bradford. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Kidd. Catch is made here by Herb Smith Jr. Off play action. Kidd. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Falcons are going to get the football as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bradford down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Going right side here, and that's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain after the 26. To throw on third down. Kidd looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10. Kidd. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Kidd. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, Bradford. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with career touchdown number 60. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Ritter will throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Kidd. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Off-play action. Kidd. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off the play fake. Kidd. This is Smith with a grab. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Kidd. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Trying the power game with Ham. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down. Bradford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bradford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give left side to Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. McBride on the slant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
On 2nd down now, Bradford. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
On 1st down, Bradford, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll set up a throw. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try to keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.